My space chums think my unique hookup with humanity could be evolution's awkward attempt to jumpstart itself up again. They're thinking just maybe, going crazy could be the evolutionary process trying to hurry up mind expansion. Maybe my mind didn't snap. Maybe it was just trying to stretch itself into a new shape. The cerebral cortex trying to grow a thumb of sorts. Did you know, in the entire universe, we are the only intelligent life forms thought to have a Miss Universe contest? What goes up must come down. But don't expect it to come down where you can find it. Sometimes I worry about being a success in a mediocre world. I personally think we developed language because of our deep need to complain. We are all in this together, by ourselves. The phone company handles 84 billion calls a year, everything from kings, queens, and presidents to the scum of the earth. I always wanted to be somebody, but now I realize I should have been more specific. If love is the answer, could you please rephrase the question? Man invented language to satisfy his deep need to complain. I like a teacher who gives you something to take home to think about besides homework. Reality is nothing but a collective hunch. There's nothing sadder than getting to the end of your life and saying, I didn't do it right. Things are going to get a lot worse before they get worse. We have reason to believe that man first walked upright to free his hands from masturbation. To act out something or take chances in the performance is one thing. But in terms of a camera, whatever's captured is captured, so that's a little more daunting. You know you can go back next week and fix it. Whereas in a live audience you know it's so in the moment and you just go with what's happening. First of all, you never have to see it again, so you don't know if you were really fulfilling it or not. I wanted to be a stage actress. I wanted to be a New York actress and have a community with other actors. I didn't want to get famous. I always thought getting famous was a drag on you. There will be sex after death, we just won't be able to feel it. The formula for water is H2O. Is the formula for an ice cube H2O squared? Maybe if people started to listen, history would stop repeating itself. Language was invented because of the deep human need to complain. When I am happy I feel like crying, but when I am sad I don't feel like laughing. I think it is better to be happy, then you get two feelings for the price of one. I worry about kids today. Because of the sexual revolution, they're going to grow up and never know what dirty means. The start to a better world is the belief that it is possible. In the depths of the night, fear grips my heart. It paralyzes my mind. But most of all, I feel very, very alone. Instead of working for the survival of the fittest, we should be working for the survival of the wittiest, then we can all die laughing. Wouldn't it be great if we all grew up to be what we wanted to be? The world would be full of nurses, firemen, and ballerinas. I'm not a religious person. I don't have any desire. To me, it's imitative of a conventional culture. I'm all for it for anybody. I totally have a free and open feeling about how other humans want to live their lives. It's just not something that has any real significance for me. Don't be afraid of missing opportunities. Behind every failure is an opportunity somebody wishes they had missed. If truth is beauty, how come no one has their hair done in the library? Reality is the leading cause of stress among those in touch with it. Suddenly I burst into song, "Ah, sweet mystery of life, at last, I found thee." And I felt so good inside and my heart felt so full, I decided I would set time aside each day to do aerobics. Because at the moment you are most in awe of all there is about life that you don't understand, you are closer to understanding it all than at any other time. You are what you think. Geez, that's frightening. The best mind-altering drug is the truth. You can't expect insights, even the big ones, to make you suddenly understand everything. But I figure, hey, it's a step in the right direction if they leave you confused in a deeper way. To me, sexual freedom means freedom from having to have sex. There's so much plastic in this culture that vinyl leopard skin is becoming an endangered synthetic. No matter how cynical I get, I can't keep up. If I had known what it would be like to have it all, I might have been willing to settle for less. The trouble with the rat race is that even if you win, you're still a rat. I feel some part of me can wake up and be very existential and the next day wake up and be sort of in love with the universe. Sometimes I feel like a figment of my own imagination. I worry that the person who thought up music may be thinking up something else. And yet humanity is so not evolved that how can you expect anything absolutely major to happen? Look how long we move ahead in technology, how much do we move ahead in morality or emotion? We move ahead so minimally, minimally. If you read a lot of books you are considered well read. But if you watch a lot of TV, you're not considered well viewed. Why is it that when we talk to God we're said to be praying but when God talks to us we're schizophrenic? I can handle reality in small doses, but as a lifestyle, it's much too confining. When I've had a meltdown, people will say to me, "Well, you failed to keep your sense of humor." 98% of the adults in this country are decent, hard-working, honest Americans. It's the other lousy 2% that get all the publicity. But then, we elected them. If evolution was worth its salt, it should have evolved something better than survival of the fittest. I think a better idea would be survival of the wittiest. At least, that way, creatures that didn't survive could have died laughing.